Greetings, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. I'm good, guys. Hope you Africans are doing well. Okay, welcome to my channel. My name is Kosana, and on this video I want us to talk about the sexual harassment, right? The sexual harassment that actually happens in the workplace, right? Let's deal about that matter. It's a sensitive matter, and it's a matter that has been brought into public attention, right? Following the tribunal that is currently taking place in Johannesburg. It's a tribunal that is investigating, right, the claims of sexual harassment against the Eastern Cape Judge President, right, Mr. Selby Mbenenge, right. Mr. Selby Mbenenge is accused of sexual harassment and is being accused by the Secretary of the Court, right, Miss Andiswa Mengo, right, Miss Andiswa Mengo. So I've been following the case. And even now, there's cross-examination that is happening, whereby the representative of the legal representative of Mr. Selvin Benenge, the team that is led by Advocate Moses Kakane, Senior Counsel, someone that I admire a lot, right, is currently cross-examining Miss Mengo, okay, because Miss Mengo she's the complainant. So. But I'm not going to be talking too much about the merits of the case and the demerits, right? But I want us to talk broad in general about the scourge or the pandemic of sexual harassment in South Africa, right? And vis-a-vis an emerging trend in South Africa whereby sexual harassment, rape, or other forms of gender-based violence are being weaponized, right? Are being weaponized by sinister forces, right? Sinister forces are weaponizing it against men, right? Because we cannot hide, right? We cannot hide or run away from the fact that currently we are seeing or witnessing an emerging trend, right, of women using sexual harassment and other forms of gender-based violence, right, weaponizing them to destroy men. Because we've even had cases of people who spent time in prison that were accused of rape and were convicted, only for later on to be discovered that they were falsely accused. Okay? So hear me correctly. I'm not here to discuss the merits of the case, of the tribunal, the matter that is currently unfolding, right? Because that one still has to play itself out. But those who are following the proceedings, they can deduce their own conclusions, right? More especially after the cross-examination, right? Where there's omissions of some of the matters and all of that. But I'm not here to discuss that. But I'm here to discuss that, are we as a country ever going to be able to defeat this scourge, right? Are we as a country going to reach a stage where we defeat the scourge of sexual harassment, especially in the workplace? Because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Deny it all you want. We are having a problem of men, right? Powerful men, right? Meaning these are men who are in possession of power, who are using their positions, right? Their position of authority to coerce women into sleeping with them, right? And these are the sexual perpetrators who understand and know the plight of women out there, women who are desperate for jobs, right? It's not unusual in South Africa to hear about people who've got authority to hire people in the workplace, and then they demand sexual favors for them to employ those women, right? It is nothing new. So it cannot be our duty to want to defend such people who, when they're given responsibility to lead, then they turn around and use their leadership positions to abuse, coerce women into giving them sexual favors, right? I think that one has to be clear. We need to condemn such people, and in fact, such people need to be arrested, okay? Then on the flip side, you've got women who know, understand very well. And again, you may want to deny as much as you want, but it remains a fact, who know very well that some of these men in positions of power are so sexually ill-disciplined that if you want things to be done your way as a woman, or if you want to get employed, or if you're already within an institution and you want promotion, then you entice them with sex. Right? Then you entice them with sex. That's a fact. Right? You do have a grouping of women in society who think in that way, and who know that indeed it has worked for some. Right? That whether in terms of the merits you meet the requirements of you getting employed in that particular position or to be promoted, whether you meet the requirements in terms of the merits or not. But the sexual favors that you are able to dish out can open the doors for you. We do have that kind of people in society. And some of them will do that, succeed. Some of them will do that and not get what they want. And what do they do in return, some of them? Some of them will cry rape. Some of them will cry sexual harassment and all of that. It's a fact, and we need to detach emotions from these kinds of conversations. If we are to have a proper conversation and arrive at the accurate solutions, we need to diagnose the problem for what it is. There should be no holy cows if we are being honest in terms of addressing this problem. Because sometimes you have the situation whereby as a man, you apply for a job and the woman applies for the same job. And might even be in a position where you are better qualified for the job. But because you cannot, and the person who's hiring is a man, and because you cannot issue out sexual favors, the woman gets employed because of that. You see. So hence I'm saying there should be no holy cows here. We should condemn men who are using their powerful positions in society, right, to coerce women into sleeping with them. And we should equally condemn women who always, right, we should condemn that group of women which always uses the sexual favors to get ahead, irrespective of whether they've got the capacity for the job or they meet the requirements or not. So we should equally condemn such groupings in our society, right? Because it damages our society even further. You see, because this thing goes back again to the issue of corruption. Let's take the scenario of corruption. In corruption, there's a corrupter and a corruptee. For it to be a bribe, there must be the one who's offering a bribe and the one who's accepting the bribe. Right? Corruption or bribe cannot happen if there's only one party involved. You see. So the victimhood and all of that should not be used as a small screen to prevent people from taking accountability and being called into order. Because at the end of the day, we've got people who do that, and they are harming even the campaign against gender-based violence and sexual harassment. Because some of these people, they will falsely accuse people of sexual harassment because they did not get what they thought they would get out of the process of engaging in such activities. Then we're discrediting the whole campaign because sexual predators and perverts will hide behind that. So we are doing more harm to that campaign than any good. That's my view. I don't know what you guys make of that, but I'm interested to hear what are your views on the comment section below. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and remember to take up the membership. You can click on the joining membership button there. You get all the information there. We'll see.